Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the 3 Minute Horror Show. I'm joined today by filmmaker Chris Shern. He's Chicago-based, and I believe he started off as a sound designer before he started making his own movies. But he's also the lead singer of a pretty incredible band called Invisible Animals. Chris, I'm so excited to have you on today. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, man. I'm a filmmaker. I'm also a musician. I've been playing music for about, in bands for like 30 years. And been really locked into like making films and features and short films for the past 15 years. And yeah, I just like creating, you know, things and I'm into horror movies, so a lot of the stuff I do as a filmmaker, I do horror movies, and yeah, and
All right.
I'm having fun and being a DIY, artist, you have access to things more so than you had, a while ago. So now it's cool to like kind of have things in place and I can, create my own things without, someone tell me how to do it or what to do with it.
All right. One of the things that I like to do when I'm interviewing somebody for the first time is I like to establish a little bit about them as a person. So, have you always been a creative person? Like even when you were a kid?
Oh I've always been like I have three brothers and we've always been like into like drawing and stuff like that. I was the worst drawer of the bunch. So I dived more into like making music and I love movies. Like I was a kid, a regular kid, that went outside and played. I mean, I'm an 80s kid. I went outside and played and stuff like that, but I can also just stay in the house and just watch movies all day. I can still do that now, but like being creative was always part of who I was.
Sorry, how did you get started with music?
Well, I mean, I think around really got serious about it when I was 15. Really, it's just like my mom bought me my first guitar, and I was like, I was really into football and sports and stuff, and then I just got like caught up in the music bug. And my mom, she played a lot of instruments when she was in school and stuff like that. So, she always encouraged me to be creative, and that's why I took piano lessons and key and guitar lessons and all that stuff. And I picked up a trumpet because I was really into jazz. And
Mm.
I'm not good at any of these instruments. Like I'm not a master at them, but I have them around me, so I understand music. I don't read music, but I understand, melodies
Mhm.
and because I've been doing it for so long. So it's like it's more of a an ear thing and just my instincts than any music theory.
Yeah.
Um, but I've been locked into it. Been in my band, Invisible Cartoons. We've been around for 14 years and still going strong, man. Just out there doing our thing.
We're gonna put some links to Invisible Cartoons in the description of the video too. You gotta check that stuff
Awesome.
out. I've seen it on Facebook. Chris, I like this guy. I don't know where you buzz that voice out from, man. That's crazy.
I mean, I didn't know. I think it's a difference between being a singer and a vocalist. I consider myself a vocalist because I use my voice as my instrument, so I can go from different, setups of how I want to do things. I used to be in a metal band as well, so I was into, like aggressive, like heavy metal stuff. I
Yeah.
was, so because I'm a musician, man. I feel like being a musician. I listening to one kind of music to me don't make you a musician. I just
Yeah.
like you gotta just gravitate and just listen to sounds. You got these chords and they're played in different ways, and then we'll put categories into them. But I'm just like my voice is just. Yeah, and it's interesting 'cause a lot of people like for a person to have a deep voice, obviously, but
Yeah.
I sing in falsetto a lot,
Yeah.
and sometimes it feels more comfortable doing that than when I use my baritone voice and stuff like that. But you know, anything that just comes out, I just whatever works for the vibe. So yeah, but we have fun, man. We have fun.
So what sort of things did you draw in artistic inspiration from when you were a kid? Like what kind of movies or what kind of music were you into?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was a typical black kid from Chicago. I listened to Michael Jackson, Prince, Motown, James Brown. I was into all of that. When I went to high school, I was in a different area, different crowd, so I was surrounded by different people and stuff like that. So I got into like death metal and heavy metal music yeah, I was just like a sponge, man. I just listened to so much stuff. I mean, I really started locking into music in the '90s. So I was listening to all the new metal stuff. I was listening to the alternative, um, the '90s hip hop, which is still my favorite, period of rap music.
Me too.
But yeah, I'm a sponge,
Yeah.
man. I just gravitate to just I'm honestly I gravitate to whatever. Like right now, I listen to movie scores
Okay.
because I compose my own scores. Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what at what point in your life were you when you realized that you wanted to work in movies?
Well, I always felt like I wanted to get involved with movies and creating them. I've always, like I said, I watch a lot of. I used to watch a lot of movies. That was like my weekend. It's just like just go to the video store and remember that thing, the video
Yeah, yeah.
store, and
Oh, I
go to
remember.
that and then grab movies and watch them. And I think around 2009, 2008, 2009, when, everyone's like, hey, man, those little snap cameras, you can actually shoot videos, you can actually shoot videos with these cameras now. You can like make movies. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And lo and behold, people was coming out with short films and we had access to equipment to make stuff, and I think once I had that, you know, that was out there. It gave me. I always had ideas, so I think it just gave me more opportunity to get involved with doing that stuff. And then I first started out making music videos because music videos was you know visual. You can do kind of different things, and not to
Yeah.
say it's easier than making movies, but I was like, okay, let me do this and that. And yeah, so I got locked in like anybody else when it was, we had resources that was affordable for us to go out there and make things.
So, what was the first movie project that you worked on?
So the first movie project I worked on was actually a short film that I wrote. It was it was called Norfolk. Don't it was a buddy comedy. It's called Norfolk Don't Spit on Seagulls. And it
Okay.
was it was it was it was pretty much me and my buddy like after like a Tuesday night of drinking and watching Special Victims Unit, marathon. We wrote a short film and it took us 2 years to finish it. But yeah, that was the first thing we did. We wrote a script. We kind of followed the script, but then we kind of improv and we just cursed a lot. And it was, it's somewhere on YouTube. If you look up Norfolk, Don't Spit on Seagulls, it's probably on YouTube somewhere,
If I
and you
can
can
find it,
watch it.
put it
But
in the description.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. You know what? This again. This was back. This was back when we was like 720p, man. 720p. It's the
Yeah.
new thing. It's like what? This looks awesome, for HD. So, but it's the production value is pretty good. So it's that was like the first thing I got into, and then I was just meeting people who was looking for. I was getting into sound design and music. I compose my own music as well, so I'll get into that. So I was doing short films while I was composing, short for people for their short films and sound designing their short films and stuff like that. So that's when I really got locked in.
So that leads us to your movie that's out right now, your feature, Vic Effects,
Yeah.
which is about a Foley artist. Yeah, you got a hat on, you got the
Yeah.
sweater on.
Walking
It's
billboard.
Yeah, it's about a Foley artist who, and for the folks who don't know at home, I'll get Chris to explain what a Foley artist is in a minute. But this is a Foley artist who is making sounds for movies. She is contracted to do a movie by a mysterious man, played by Bill D. Russell, Chicago native, whose assistant, I believe, is Ann Myrna, who I recognized on there, we've had on the channel before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she gets a lot more than she bargained for, let's just say. So, Chris, do you want to tell us a little bit, first of all, what a Foley artist is for the folks at home who don't know?
Yeah, so what a Foley artist is a well, actually it's a guy named Mike Foley. He created like that's why people call it a Foley artist, whatever it is. So that's his last name. I'm hoping his first name is Mike. But he created sound effects as far as like, all those cartoons and like, yeah, like cartoons and Disney movies that you see and stuff, and they're in a big studio and they're creating sounds as they're looking at the screen to create, whatever. Now you can do a lot more of that stuff through libraries because there's all kinds of sound effects, but Foley artists still exist. Like at this point, with all the AI and all the technology, there's still these people in the studio who create these sound effects. And I was always intrigued by Foley artists and doing those things. And as well as there's only so much you can do with, fountains and sounds in the library. Sometimes you have to make the sounds on your own.
Yeah.
So that's what a Foley artist is. All in a nutshell, they make sound effects for like movies, video games, whatever they need sound for. So, yeah. So that's what a Foley artist is.
All right. So, why don't you give us a little bit of background on this movie, how it came to be?
Okay. As far as the process of the movie, like I said, I was doing sound effects for a short film. And I mean, I'm always, my head is always spinning about ideas and different things out that I wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, this would be an interesting movie. Now, the point of the matter, like, how can I keep it interesting for like 90 minutes,
Yeah.
of a movie? So with everything that I incorporated within the movie, I added a documentary element to kind of educate people on what a Foley artist is. And then we created fake movies for Vic, the name of the movie Vic Effect, Victoria Paulette, who's played by Amanda Winston. She creates these sounds for these low budget horror movies. So I'm making a low budget horror movie about a Foley artist who make sound effects for low budget horror movies. So yeah, we created the atmosphere with her working on the movies with the sound effects, and then we bust right into the movie in its full like sound design and all that stuff, and we kind of keep cutting back and forth, and so that's kind of the vibe. It's I don't, some people may get confused with how everything is kind of formatted and how everything is organized. I feel like it's the movie is very meta.
Yeah.
So she's working on a movie. She gets a gig doing sound design for a movie from this guy Milo Kemp, played by Bill D. Russell, and his former Foley artist Thomas Raven, played by Dennis Newport. He passes away. So Milo come to Vic to say, "Hey, I need someone to help me finish sound designing this movie that we're working on." So she get the gig. She started working on sounds within the gig, and then all these crazy things start happening within her reality. So all the things that she was creating within the movie was coming into her reality, and then all hell breaks loose, and it gets crazy, and then and she gets some of Thomas Raven's props, and then when she's like using the props, all these things start coming into her reality or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a movie that you can't really. multitask too. You got to kind of stay
Yeah, you gotta pay
focused
attention.
and yeah, yeah. So it's one of those pay attention kind of
Yeah,
movies. So
I watched it, folks. It's really good too. I watched it.
thank you so much, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, one thing that I definitely noticed though is that the gore effects are really, really good. They're much better than what I was expecting. Holy smokes. Who did them?
So I am
Yeah.
going to give insanely mad props to my one of my actors who's in the movie. She's played her character is woman, into which she plays like five different characters, four or
Yeah.
five different characters. Caitlin Stack. She did majority of the special effects.
Okay.
If we so with the special effects and the gore stuff, she did a majority of that. I had a couple of people, Steve Eaton from CCC Studios. He did a lot of the visual effects.
Okay. So like a lot of the
For
lightning and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he did a lot of those. But for the special effects, um, also this guy Hilario Rodriguez, he contribute in some aspects of the special effects, but Caitlin did majority of
All right.
the special effects for Vic Effects. All within that, and also playing four different characters. So it was a situation we didn't know was gonna happen, but when I
Yeah.
saw that she know how to do stuff like that, I asked her, can she, hop on board and help me with that? And she's amazing. She's worked on we're working on more projects where she's gonna be double duty, like
Okay, cool.
acting and doing special effects as well. Because yeah, we actually won an award
Did you?
for our
Yeah.
special effects. So
I gotta tell
yeah.
you, folks at home, there's a jaw being pulled off that's chef's kiss. It's
and,
really
and,
good.
and she's gonna love that because she
Yeah.
felt like, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. I'm like, man,
Oh,
that
that's
was
good.
3 seconds. That we needed 3 seconds, and that's
Yeah.
what we did with that. That's all we needed. It probably
It's
was less than 3 seconds, but it
yeah.
was
It's
yeah.
toe to toe with Hatchet. Like Hatchet, you see
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Hatchet, you
Okay,
see that stuff getting torn right apart. With this, with the indie, you're not spending as much time on it, but it looks
no.
really good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You saying
Yeah.
I got to put that on a plaque
Yeah.
because
All right.
I love the Hatchet movie.
Yeah.
I love the Hatchet movies more than I love the Jason movies. I don't
Yeah.
whatever. I'll down that hill. I
Yeah.
love the Hatchet movies, and
I'll tell you.
actually,
I
yeah.
even loved I even loved Victor Crowley, and a lot of people didn't
Oh,
love that one.
I did too. I
Yeah.
mean, eventually they get worse and worse, but
Yeah.
I loved all four of them.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about any of those movies, and I just recently saw them 2 years
Yeah.
ago. So it's not like I saw them when they came out 20 years ago
Oh yeah.
because
Same
I
here.
didn't really know. And then somebody's like, "No, you got to see these movies, Hatchet,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Wow, like
Yeah.
gnarly effects, man. I
Yeah.
love it."
That one and the Laid to Rest movies, the Chrome Skull movies. Those ones are the gnarly kill movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, as a micro budget DIY filmmaker,
Yeah.
it's like it's you can make it work. You can make it work. You can make. I mean, CGI, blood, and all that stuff. It
Yeah.
don't look right. But you just got to be. The one thing about us, we didn't have that. We shot 16 days,
Yeah.
and we didn't do any reshoots. We just knew we needed to make it right
Hmm.
that one time, but we just it we lucked out with how everything kind of panned out with us doing it. And like I said,
Yeah.
Caitlin's so talented. I mean, she was amazing, getting all that stuff done. And I, as a 80s movie horror fan,
Yeah.
I don't care how bad the movies were as far as like the storyline, but the practical effects is still better than anything that's out there right now. And
That's
we know
right.
that.
Oh, I
But
agree. Yeah.
yeah,
Now, you also played the monster in that movie, right? Like the monster in the
yes,
beginning? Yeah. Not
yes.
throughout the whole thing, just in the beginning, right?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
played the predator
Yeah.
Rastafari
Yeah.
creature monster. We just slapped a bunch of shit together. And said, all right, let's see what makes sense of this. Put some lighting on it. All right, cool.
So you
Yeah.
shot it in 16 days. How long did it take you to turn it completely around?
Well, we shot on weekends. So we started filming on September of 2023, and we were done filming in May of 2024. And then we did I finished the edit in June of 2024. And then we did a crowdfunder because I ran out of money and I
Oh,
needed some money for visual effects.
yeah.
And we raised almost $7,000
Oh,
in our
nice.
crowdfund. And I was like, cool. So that took some time to do the
Mhm.
visual effects. So the movie, we did our premiere in 2025. Then I got a distribution deal from this distribution company called X4 Pictures, and they just released the movie on Fandango
Okay.
on March 6th. And so it's available on physical media. So it was a 3-year process, but from shooting
Hmm.
from September of 2023 to May of 2024, it took that long to shoot the 16 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to be coming on streaming soon too, or is that
Oh no,
through X4?
it's on Fandango for rent and buy, and it
Okay.
should be coming on Tubi and all the other free services sometime this summer.
Oh,
That's what I
perfect.
was told.
Yeah.
Once I give it to a distributor, they handle this shit.
All right. That's good. Yeah, hopefully it comes out on Tubi sometime soon, and then maybe I can do a video about it. So,
Cool.
yeah, yeah,
I appreciate it, man.
yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate it.
If I enjoy the movie, I don't have any problem doing a video about it.
Oh man.
Sometimes if I don't enjoy the movie, I don't have any problem doing a video about it too, but then it's a different kind of video.
I appreciate it, man, because I, I don't I don't try to overthink the stuff that I do and to say,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if people understand the movie and it might be too like, what's a Foley artist and this is not it's not like a typical horror movie. It's not slasher and boobs and
Yeah.
and I didn't know how people would approach something like that, but I treat it like my band because we call our music Smile Rock. And
Yeah.
people say, what's your music? I said, Smile Rock. And then they laugh at me because I'm like, yeah, listen to the music. What do you think it is?
Yeah.
And after you listen to it and you come to a show, what are you doing afterwards? If you're smiling and you rocking out, it's Smile Rock.
Yeah.
And I don't want to kind of be pretentious and say, I don't define, but if I got some, I feel like the kind of movies I want to make is like a Seinfeld episode where it's
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna make a movie about this and then see if I can do it for 90 minutes. And I want to make a movie about sound effects and you know,
It it's
so
good to do something different. I don't know that I've seen a movie like that about sound designers before.
so I will tell you one of the
Hmm.
movie and this helped me. This inspired me a little bit more, but I was writing the script before I found this movie. It's a
Hmm.
movie called Barbarian Sound Studio.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
look that up, Barbarian Sound Studio, and it's about a guy who was doing sound effects for like those Jello type films, like
Hmm.
Dario Argento type stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And it was mainly sound design. Like
Hmm.
what I did was sound design and visuals, where it was kind of cutting back and forth. So a lot of the color palettes and certain things that I did in this movie is inspired by the vibe of that. So that's the closest that, people would say the movie Blowout with John Travolta,
Yeah.
but I'm like, well,
A little bit different.
not really because he played a Foley artist,
Yeah.
but it wasn't about a Foley artist. He
Yeah.
heard a sound or whatever, but I don't compare what I did to a movie like that. But
Uh,
Barbarian Sound Studio is the closest
okay.
movie that's compared to it. So yeah, check it out. It's a great movie. So I
Okay.
like it.
Yeah, I'll check it
Yeah.
out. Now,
Mhm.
do you have any other upcoming projects that you want to talk about?
Yes, sir. I am
Okay.
working on a horror drama, and I try to emphasize that it's a horror drama. And it's not just horror; it's very drama, and then it gets fucked up at the end of the movie. It's a movie called Hug These Bones,
Okay.
starring Bill D. Russell. He's the
Yeah.
main character, and Caitlin Stacks. She's one of the main characters as well, and Amanda Winston and Ann Merida. She's in the movie as well. So I like to bring. I like bringing my people back. Most of these
Mhm.
people that's in here is in Hug These Bones.
Okay.
So, it's a movie about a man, Bill D. Russell, who's battling addiction. He come close to death, and when that happened, he ends up going to a recovery center, and the counselors talk to him about cuddle therapy,
Hmm.
and he meets a cuddle therapist named Rainey. And one thing leads to another. Rainey, he finds solace in Rainey with the cuddle therapy, as well as him trying to rekindle his relationships with his kids.
Hmm.
So yeah, he has four kids. Yeah, he got four kids, one of them in jail, and they all do different things. So he's trying to get his stuff together to, try to rekindle some kind of relationship with his kids because he feel like he's on his way out anyway. And little do he know, anyone knows, Rainey is holding a dark entity within her as when she hugs someone, she takes away their broken souls, and it only works with people with broken souls.
Hmm.
So so it's a psychological horror drama.
All right. How
Yeah.
far are you along with this one? Are you getting to filming yet, or?
Oh, we filmed we filmed from the end of January to the end of April, 10-day shoot. So right
Okay.
now I'm editing it.
Editing. Nice. Okay.
Yes.
So this is going to be coming out before too long.
Yeah, I mean,
Huh.
I'm pacing myself, and I'm trying to, I want to make sure everything
Yeah.
is good to go. But I think I can get this movie done before fall.
Okay.
And I think my main thing is getting it done for the cast and the crew and stuff like that, and then kind of seeing how everything, where it's gonna land as far as what I want to do with it.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
when it's coming out, let me know, and maybe you can send me a screener. We can cover it on the
Oh,
channel.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you on my list, man. And I'm like, okay, if you like my movie, all right, cool, cool, cool.
All
So
right.
I was like,
Excellent.
so yeah. This one is a lot different. It's a little bit it's long in the tooth because it's a drama. It's
Yeah.
very character dialogue. But it's just put it this way: it's cuddle therapy meets human centipede. And I'll just leave it at that.
Whoa. All right. Well, I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you?
Kaden did the special effects for this movie too. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. Excellent. So it's going to be good. We know it's going to be good. We've seen those
yeah,
effects. Yeah. So why don't
yeah.
you tell us about invisible cartoons?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So I've been in this band called Invisible Cartoons. We call our music Smile Rock. It's
Yeah.
pretty much, a mix. It's a mix of like rock music and pop and soul and hip hop, and it's always about a groove, and it's all about having fun. We have fun. We have a good time. It's positive music. We actually got a gig this weekend, and we're playing a festival, and we're opening it up for the Gin Blossoms. If anybody
Cool.
remember those
Yeah, I
guys,
remember them.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
everywhere
cool.
you go, I'll
Yeah.
follow you down. So yeah, I wake up, watch VH1, they on there. But we've been a band for 14 years. We play about 20 shows a year. We play mostly in the spring to like late fall. And man, no, it's positive music, man. We just put out our new album, Sci-Fi Disco Carnival. We have another album. We have two more albums out there. So everybody's on Spotify. So if you want to check us out, we're on Spotify. If you're in
Okay.
Illinois, we play a lot in Madison, Wisconsin. So we out there, man, and we playing in Dixon, Illinois this weekend, this coming a day before the 4th of July. So
Okay.
Dixon,
Cool.
Illinois, Petunia Festival. We'll be out there, and yeah, man, we're brothers. Three of us, two of the band members. We went to high school together. The other guys, they're the young guys. They're. But we've been a band for 14 years, and
Wow.
it's yeah, we have fun, and we're goofy, man, and we're into like space stuff. So we're very intergalactic, and we're from a planet called Flogador. The G is silent. So we created our own. I want to compare us to Parliament or whatever, but just the whole vibe, the way we dress, the
Yeah.
way way we set things up. Check us out on TikTok and YouTube. We'll post like 30-second videos of our stuff. And yeah, and I make all our music videos too. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's another thing I'm working on for our new album. I'm working on our
Mhm.
music videos for that as well.
Okay, so there's going to be links to the Spotify and everything. Unfortunately, if you're listening from the Illinois area and you're watching this video, it's probably already past the concert. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unfortunately.
I know how these things work. You record it, then yeah. But yeah, if you guys see it, man, but guess what? I'll post the show
Okay.
online,
All
and then
right.
y'all can
Sounds good.
watch it.
All right, Chris. I don't know if you're familiar with my interview style, but I do a little thing near the end of my interviews called the lightning round. And what that
Cool.
is I fire a bunch of quick fire questions at you and just answer with the first thing that pops into your head. Okay? And
Okay.
don't overthink it and don't get stressed out about it. It's lots of fun. These are
Okay.
goofy. If you've ever worked at a corporation and done a team building exercise, some of these are questions that you might recognize. All right, Chris. What is your favorite video game?
Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, the first one, the original one?
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite midnight snack?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. All right.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a hand for a foot or a foot for a hand?
Foot for a hand.
Foot for a hand? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you were a pastry, what kind of pastry would you be?
Pastry? Is cheesecake a pastry?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay.
Toilet paper roll. Business in the front, hanging over the top, or party in the back, hanging back behind?
Oh, business in the front. I don't get the party in the back.
All right. Perfect. Favorite universal monster?
Favorite Universal monster?
Yeah.
Uh, Predator.
Predator? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance music be?
Oh, will my entrance music be?
Yeah.
It would be Prince. Let's go crazy.
Okay. That's a good one. All right. Who was the best James Bond?
Who's the best James? Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. It's the only good answer. Maybe if we had a young person on, a young person might say like Pierce Brosnan or something, but I tell you,
Well, yeah, yeah.
all right. What?
But I think that movie's like 40 years old.
Yeah.
His movies, yeah, they've been around. I thought it'd be the other guy, the blonde Bond.
Yeah, the blonde guy. Yeah, yeah. What's his
Yeah,
name? Daniel Craig, that's his name.
Daniel Craig. Yeah.
Yeah. I like him better as the Glass Onion guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor. I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love. I'm not a big Bond fan,
Yeah.
but Sean Connery got that Sean. He got that
Oh, yeah.
voice. He's
He's
got that
cool.
voice. He
Yeah.
James Bond. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's your adult beverage of choice?
My adult beverage of choice margaritas.
Margaritas? Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Any specific flavor?
I'm just regular lime,
Okay.
lemon, straw, just like lemon lime type margaritas. Super simple.
All right. And what is your favorite television show of all time?
My favorite television show of all time.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't want to overthink it. Oh man, my favorite TV show, like a sitcom, right?
It can be anything.
Uh, favorite, The Office.
The Office? Okay.
Yeah,
And the final question for your lightning round, and this is probably the most important one. It's going to be the hardest one to answer. If you had to eat a crayon, what color of crayon would you eat?
purple.
I'd eat purple too.
Yeah,
All right, you survived the lightning round. Congratulations, Chris.
yay.
All All right. Well, Chris,
Yeah,
thanks so much for joining me today. I'll have
yeah,
you back anytime you want to come on, and we'll talk more about stuff. And yeah, I loved your movie. I'll do a video about it as soon as I can. Uh,
cool, man.
yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.